It's amazing to be loud and back again. This is a game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. This game has such a huge list of content warnings. I'm just gonna grace it. Abuse, abusive relationships, agoraphobia, amnesia, amputation, dismemberment, animal abuse, animal death, animals, monsters eating humans, anxiety, social anxiety, blood, gore, body horror, body injury, cannibalism, child abuse, cosmic horror, dead bodies, bodies part, death, dying, decapitation, depression. I'm not even halfway through this list. This is insane. Wait, let me just pick a random one. Mental illness, mind control, murder. Manipulation, gaslighting, loud, sudden, and or repeating noises. This is a horror game. Apparently it's a visual novel with multiple endings. So we're just gonna start. Okay. And yes, I'm wearing a hoodie right now. It was pretty cold when I was outside. Oh, great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe it is just a sign that you should have stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increase of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them react to the sound at all. Curiosity guiding your steps. You follow the sound of the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alleyway and walk forward. The ground, dampened by the rain, makes your steps sound louder and more confident than you actually feel. Meow meow. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess that should have been obvious. Yeah, it should be. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It put its front paws on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. So cute! And it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion on one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord? You look around the alley with a small frown. Who leaves cats in cardboard boxes these days anyways? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat doesn't answer you. Obviously. It also doesn't do as you suggest and leaves the box. I'm gonna look for some background music. Hold up a second. There we go. Just a bit of lo-fi. As if waiting for you to make the next move. I do not... Better. Okay. As if waiting for you to make the next move. Do not take the cat home or take cat home. I'm gonna take the cat. You know what? You reach into the box and pick the cat up, holding it out in front of you. Why not? You're all alone. And well, I'm kind of in the same boat myself, so you didn't realize it was shivering until just then. But slowly, breathes easier as it presses into your chest. Why not stick together, right? At least for a little while. Purr, purr. You think a little while will probably be more like a day. You'll be responsible and take you to a shelter tomorrow, but for now, let's get you out of the rain, okay? You stop by a small local pet store for some cat food, then head back home. You live in a modest apartment. One bedroom, one bathroom. One you living alone in it. Though it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long, even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you watch for a moment as it curiously explores the new environment, leaving the feline to its own devices. You set about making the both of you some dinner. You take out a can of cat food and open it with the tab on top. You put some cat food in a saucer and click your tongue to call the cat over to you. It perks up to you. Ah, damn it, I skipped. I can't go back. I can. It It perks up at your beckoning and rushes over. It looks at a plate of food and completely ignores it. Not hungry, I guess. You try not to let it annoy you. The cat doesn't understand the concept of money to appreciate that you spend your hard-earned cash on it. It's just a cat after all. I'll just leave it here for you if you get hungry later, okay? The cat rubs its body against your legs with a purr. You smile. That's enough of a thanks for you. It follows you into the kitchen as you start on your own dinner. It follows... You decide that you have enough ingredients for a sandwich. Bread, toasted, mayo and mustard, spread. Turkey and cheese and lettuce, perfectly placed. Tomato, sliced. Ow. You whines as you cut your finger on a knife while slicing a tomato. Stupid. You feel a little embarrassed for such a blunder and sigh, tossing the knife onto the cutting board. You're about to head to the bathroom for a bandage when the cat hops up onto the counter. It sniffs at the knife and meows almost pointedly at you. Don't worry, I'm alright. It was just then. You watch the cat starts to lick lightly but enthusiastically at the blood on a knife. At your blood. You're so shocked that by the time you come to your senses, the knife has been completely licked clean. And the cat sits back, staring at you. You feel a little uneasy. Sure, cats are meat-eating predators, but that was a little weird, right? Sure, you're no cat expert, but that was definitely not something an ordinary cat would do, right? Regardless, you're not about to abandon a cat in need while it's still raining outside, not after all the efforts. You were going to take it to the shelter tomorrow anyway. What's one night of awkwardness? Weird or not, it's just a cat. The rest of the evening unfortunately goes downhill from there. Even after covering up your fingers cut with bandage, the cat keeps trying to lick at the wound. While you're eating your sandwich, while you're cleaning up the kitchen, while trying to watch TV, you gently put it away every time, but you're starting to get worried at the strange behavior. What if it got a taste for blood and thinks you're food now? You're not sure what you do if it starts to get more aggressive. Thinking about the cat's food sitting in a corner, untouched. Meow. 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 Ah, come on, enough already. You shove it away a little more forcefully this time, out of annoyance. You feel bad immediately, but before you can do anything, the cat meows sharply at you and dashes off around the corner. And into the hall, you sigh deeply. At this point, you just heard that it's going to take a bite out of you in your sleep. Maybe a vet will have an idea on how to calm it down. You can only hope you don't have many other options left, other than cutting the cat out in the rain. After finding the number of the local vet, you pick up your landline. The alert just went out. Great, just great. Ray must have knocked the power out. You check your cell phone, only to find That is out of batteries. You must have forgotten to charge it before leaving it out earlier. My power bank is also almost out of... The power bank is powering the ring light I have in front of me. You grab a flashlight and turn it on. It's quiet. Too quiet. Did the rain stop? But then, wait till the power go out. You look outside. The sky is pitch black. What time is it? You turn to check the clock. The cat sits on top of your digital clock, staring at you. You? Thinking now you realize the clock shouldn't be working at all with the power outage, but the numbers are lit up and going completely haywire. The cat stares at you. It's completely still. You'd think it would touch you if you didn't know any better. It's not giving any indication that it's still alive. It's not blinking. It's not even breathing, but its eyes. This is normal. You're afraid. You want to run, but you're afraid of letting the cat out of your sight. You consider taking the cat out after all. But as soon as the thought enters your head, you feel a sharp urge to vomit. Those eyes. Its eyes still hold you, even with a flashlight trained on it. The flashlight flickers. And the cat is gone. Fear immediately grips your mind. The silence, punctuated with the rapid pumping of blood in your heart, is overwritten as your ears slowly start to pick up the sound of static all around you. How's the clock working with no power? You don't know why such a question matters at the moment, but you feel as if the answer will make sense out of everything that's happening. That order will be restored. But no answer comes to mind. You back away from the clock and feel as if the air itself coils tightly and abruptly in response. Like a predator prepared to pounce, but waiting for your next move. But you're afraid to move. You're afraid to even take a breath. But you can still forever. But you can't stay still forever, right? Whatever is watching you, you can already feel its impatience. It's too eager. You don't know how you know this, but you can sense it as clearly as if it had whispered. Bah, bah! Right into your ear. Right into your soul. It won't let you wait it out. Not that you could ever. Not that you could, even if it did. Can't stay here. You have to run. With this thought, a sudden primal instinct awakens in you, making you tear yourself into a hasty burst of movement, of action, but you're so weak from the fierce grip on your mind. Your legs tangle together under you in your haste, and you fall to the ground. A sharp pain explodes in the center of your foot. At first, you think you've broken your ankle, but something warm and wet trickles down the length of your foot. Pulling underneath it, you hear the sound of metal scraping on tiles after skidding across the floor, as it had been kicked. Winding from your fall, you look up and dazed to see the object glinting. Oh, it's a knife! The light pouring in from your now open front door. Thus of how, when, what, in regards to its inexplicably open door, reaches to a halt. As your brain finally identifies the metallic object you've been staring at. It's your kitchen knife. It's still tinted red from your earlier blunder. But that's not right. Wasn't it completely clean by the... You gulp at the pain in your foot. You barely have time to wonder how the knife ended up on your living room floor to be stepped on, instead of resting on your cutting board in the kitchen where you felt it. When you spy something in the darkness just beyond the knife, it spies right back at you. A pair of glowing golden eyes come forward as the cat emerges from the shadow into the light from your doorway. You pass slightly over to the knife as as if skipping in delight. And bends down to the lap at the blood dripping from the blade. Your sense slowly beginning to overwhelm you. The chill of the air as it starts to suffocate you under its weight. The sound of your shaky breath, discordant against the static now piercing your skull. The dryness on your tongue spraying to your throat, and now I need to drink water again. The incomprehensible sight of the strait you're taking in, licking away at your kitchen knife, once again completely clean. The scent of blood from the flesh run on your foot. Blood? Cool eyes slide up to you as in response to your sudden realization. Blood. You heard. Your foot is bleeding. You're bleeding. You're bleeding! The cat barely moves its shoulder, twitching as if it's just considering the act of pouncing forward. But you're already on your feet and out the door. You run, or rather limp down the empty street. The sky is black and bleeding red, but there's a strange light emitting from nowhere that casts everything else in white. The houses, the trees, the roads, even you. Everything except your blood. You can just barely glimpse the bloody imprints your injured foot leaves in your wake, with every impact it makes with the ground. It hurts, but you can't stop. You don't stop. Not when the shadows grow around you. Not when you feel the gaze of eyes all over you. Not when the road ahead of you is darkened by a long shadow of something behind you. Even then, you don't stop running because that's the cat there ahead of you. What in the world is behind you? Oh, damn. Huh? Interesting. How very, very interesting. Ending 0, it begins. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. New tentative... One moment. Tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep inside that you almost miss it. What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach down in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alley and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground, softening your step. Finally, the sound source comes into view, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, there's a cat. Huh? Guess it should have been obvious. Meow. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It put its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. So cute. You look so familiar, right? Meow. And then again, it is a cat, not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. That sounds pretty racist. Okay, This one sure is cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. I'm gonna take the cat home again. Meow. Why not? Right? You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into them and climbs up onto your shoulders. It butts its head onto your temple, nuzzling against it. Schnorre, schnorre, schnorre. Schnorre is, by the way, the German word for purr. You can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get you out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you're living alone in. So it feels weird having another living being inside of it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. After locking the front door and placing the cat on the floor, you wait for it to walk away and explore in your environment. But it simply sits and looks up at you expectantly. Like what? Oh, damn. Pet cat. It's not every day that you have access to a cute fluffy animal. What else is there to do but pet it? To your heart's content, you sit on the floor in your living room and click your tongue to call the cat over. The cat dashes over to you immediately, climbing onto your lap. Pausing. You just want some attention, don't you? Alright. You carefully pet the cat. A rub behind the ear, a scratch under the chin, a smooth sweeping along the back. Good. You keep petting the cat in it up. Enjoy this bonding time together. But the cat starts to get restless after a while. Keep petting. You are not quite ready to stop. You feel so calm in the repetitive actions soon usually overworking mind. You keep petting. Meow. And the cat leans away from your next head pat. It's trying to get out of your lap. Bossing was probably bored stiff sitting in that old box all day, just watching crowds of people walk by them, ignoring them. You can just leave them alone as soon as you're home. A little interspecies socializing won't kill you, right? Meow. Oh, you just want some attention, don't you? You want to play, huh? Meow. Okay then, what to play though? What about hide and seek? You're not quite sure how it's going to work. Can a cat even understand the concept of a game? Let alone long rules like hide and seek? Here, just you could pick up the cat and turn him away from you before hiding behind the armchair. Most certainly, cat must have turned and looked while you were hiding, out of confusion at least, if nothing else. Yeah. Regardless, a few months later, the cat casually speaks around the armchair. It's curious. You found me, you win. This time you put it on the armchair so it can't see you hiding, spot us easily. You dash over the kitchen, hiding behind the counter. It takes a little longer this time for the cat to find you. This time, when it does, it startles you by hopping down into your lap from the countertop above. You found me again. Okay, you win. You're rewarded with those scratches behind here and then chin when it leans into your touch. Okay, why don't you give it a try? You go and stand in the middle of the living room. The cat following you. You make a show of covering your eyes and turning around. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! You turn around and see the cat is gone. Huh, you sure catch him quick. There aren't that many places available in the apartment for someone your size to hide. But without the possible sums needed to open the closed doors in the hall, the cat will have its limits too. Okay. Now, where to look? Hallway. Nothing. You're not sure what you were expecting. With all the doors closed. There's nowhere in the hall for the cat to hide. Living room. On the coffee table. Nothing. The living room is empty. Sparse when it comes to furniture after all. Kitchen. You peek around the counter, grab a chair and check on top of the fridge. The cat's not there. Nothing new. The kitchen is for food making, not playing games. You couldn't find the cat anywhere. You start to get a little worried when you hear a soft sound coming from the hall. You head to the hall and listen again. The sounded like it was coming from your bedroom, but you walk down the hall to your room and gingerly open the door. The cat trots out and runs around your leg and meowing insistently. It looks disappointed somehow. Perhaps in your apparently subpar seeking skills, but you lift the car into your arms and look at your bedroom door. How did you get in my room? You know the door was closed, right? The cat wheels out of your hold and runs out of the hall. You follow to see it sitting in the middle of the living room. Upon seeing you, the cat promptly turns around. Guess it wants to take its turn seeking. You're about to indulge it by hiding around the counter again when... The lights... Did the power go out? Darn it. Oh no. Oh no! You notice that the cat hasn't moved an inch. A little scared? Hey, are you... What? For some reason, your heart starts beating faster. You consider going over to the cat. But when you do... This thought makes you feel... You feel like your life is in danger. Hi there! I was a bit in a... Oh no, my camera focus. There we go. I forgot to pull up the chat. I was just a bit immersed into the game. There we go. Just gonna put this here. And Twitch. There we go to the creator dashboard. You need to hide. Now. Oh, damn. Where to hide? I'm going to hide in the closet. You quietly slip into the hallway closet. The door won't close because the heavy box is not blocking enough of the space inside. If you try to move it further, the cat might hear it. That's it. If it has not already, this won't work. Can you try somewhere else? Hurry. Okay, somewhere else. Bathroom? What? The door is locked. You freeze upon how much noise you just made just locking the door, listening. Okay, the bathroom is not working. You look at the door and see several more looks over it, and you know you have. You pick up where the cat is not looking at you, but you of this body and practically pouring from it into you. It felt almost like a warning. Okay, hide in your bedroom. Gradually rush into the bedroom. How disappointing. You failed. Try again? Yes. Okay. Hide behind the armchair. No, that's too close. And you immediately. Kitchen counter? And then before, hide in the hall. Just in the hall? There's nowhere to hide in the hall. Hallway closet. Let's move to the box. Are you joking? You get the feeling the cat won't appreciate your lack of effort and run away. Like hell are you getting closer to it? Stop messing around and find a place to hide. Bathroom is locked. Bedroom. You gradually rush into the cupboard to the door behind you. Putting your place right in the bedroom as a closet. You lock the door as quietly as you can before lunging into the closet and sliding the door shut. As soon as you secured yourself into the closet, there's a sudden shift throughout the entire apartment, as if something can sense that you are ready you'll ever be. Oh damn. As if it can sense that you're ready to be hunted. A horrible chill runs down your spine as you realize that's what this game has become. This isn't a game of hide and seek. This is being hunted by a predator as prey. It never really mattered where you choose to hide, did it? As if in the answer to your question, you had a loud slam on the bedroom door. You just managed to hold back from making a subtle noisy sound. Your heart rate kicks up again, making you feel it hard to breathe. Quietly, hard to breathe in general. Tears fill your eyes as you cover your panting mouth with a shaking hand. It knows. It knows. Trying with your hand over your mouth, trying to smother the choked sound. Hup, back please. Leaking out of you. You slide down the wall at the back of your closet into a heap on the floor. You flinch harshly at the sound of the door being ripped off its hinges, followed by a loud crash against the wall of the other side of the room. Like the door had been blown away. The silence that follows is almost too much to bear. You can't. A single sob escapes your nose. You squeeze your eyes shut in the defeat at how loud it sounded and it's quiet of the room. Not much point in hiding it anymore, is there? You instinctively put whatever energy you have left into listening for footsteps, even as you emotionally shut down, but you hear nothing. 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 Then. Something. Slides open the closet door. You've curled in yourself. Knees up. Back curved forward. Head down. Mouth covered. Eyes shut tight. So tight it hurts. You don't want to look. You don't want to look. But that was us waiting for. It won't end you without this final act of cruelty. Or making you look at it before it takes your life. So cruel. You just want this to be over. So, you open your eyes. You see something glaring into you and glaring in at you from the darkness beyond the closet door. It looks disappointed. In the moment before you draw your last breath, you almost consider apologizing for being such unworthy prey. Guess your hiding skills were just as subpar as your seeking skills. Disappointing prey. Ending 13. You're walking. Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. And that's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You tentatively allow yourself to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go, or what you could do. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep inside that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding you to the alleyway. At the end of the alley, there's a cardboard box. It's a cat. That should have been obvious. Meow. It's an interesting looking cat. His pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its fronds away up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. Meow. So, you look so familiar, right? And then again, it is a cat. Not many different ways for a standard black cat to look, after all. This one sure is a cutie, though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting too close, like other stray cats have. I'm just sitting here, patiently, waiting for you to do something. Let's take the cat home again. You barely reach out your arms before the cat eagerly leaps into your arms. It butts its head into your temple, nuzzling against it. Can't help but smile at the cat's enthusiasm. Let's get out of here, yeah? On the way home, you briefly consider getting cat food. Damn, I'm sorry. But that would be a waste of time. You shrug at the odd feeling and move on. You live in a modest apartment. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom. One you live in alone in. So it feels weird having another living being inside it after so long. Even if it is just a cat. I am going to do something with the cat. Save here. Let's pet again, cat. It doesn't want anymore. Keep petting. You keep petting. Meow. The cat leans away from your next tap pad. It's trying to get out of your lap. When you scratch on the cat's chin, it bites at your fingers. You might be bleeding, but really it barely hurts. More of a warning than anything. The cat struggles in your hold. It's watching you closely. Keep petting. You keep petting the cat. Chomp. The cat bites off your finger. It hurts. You're definitely bleeding now, but for some reason, you just can't stop. You don't know what it is. Its fur is so much softer than you realized. You think that it would be shining in the faint light of your living room, but it's as if the darkness of the cat's black coat is sucking in all of the illumination around it, rendering it completely null. You're drawn to it, like you're someone holding a deep dark abyss right in your lap. Seems calmer now, munching on your severed finger. The stump between your thumb and middle finger is leaking. But you keep petting. You're afraid that your blood will ruin its fur, but the cat no longer seems to mind. Time passes. It's dark out now. Soft as the fur is, your palm has started to feel raw, damp, under the constant friction from your petting. You think faintly that maybe you've had enough. You start to lift your hand from the cat, when in flash, oh, my hand. Your entire hand is separated from your wrist. It flops onto your lap beside the cat. The cat's claws on its front right paw glistens with crimson liquid. You don't feel it for a moment, but your body tenses, anticipating the pain as you blankly watch the cat lick at the bloody palm of your severed hand. Meow. It hurts. It really, really hurts. Then the cat looks up at you and you feel compelled to keep petting. You're reluctant, but you're also afraid of what will happen if you don't heed the call. What will you lose next if you try to resist again? You were hurt for your insistent petting earlier, yet now you've been hurt for trying to stop? It defies all logic, but that's what scares you. There's no reason with such fickle whims. You feebly try to raise your injured hand to pet the cat, but Stephen's golden eyes glinting dangerously. Well, alright then. You raise your bleeding thumb and resume the petting to the best of your ability. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you bleed. You pet. And you... Personal boundary. Okay. Let's just clean the apartment. You decide that even if it's your day off, that doesn't mean you should be completely unproductive. You know, you have guests and all, but you really shouldn't put off your chores. Best to get them done while you're in the mood to do so. So for now you get dressed, roll up your sleeves, and get to work on cleaning. At least, you try to. You sweep the living room. You wipe the kitchen counter. Okay, you don't make your bed, but who actually does that anyway? Still, you notice that no matter how much you clean up, you keep finding more messes than when you started. You peek over at the cat. You suspect that it might be the culprit. You suspect that it might be the culprit behind the mystery. But every time you rush to check on it or catch it in the act, you always find it napping in the living room. You keep cleaning, but the cat or something keeps leaving more and more messes in its wake. Keep cleaning. Keep cleaning, but there's just more mess and more when you finally stop and look around you. You don't even recognize your home anymore. There's piles of junks everywhere. You haven't owned this much stuff? You don't remember ever buying or receiving most of it? The piles tower over you. You feel claustrophobic. The stench of garbage is overwhelmed despite your hands feeling raw from all the cleaner fluid you've been using. Your eyes still burn from the bleach. You need some air. You need to get out of here. Break crash and see the teacup you're certain you don't own smash on the floor. You look up and see the cat perched on a towering pile of china and kitchen appliances. It carefully nudges another teacup from the pile, standing it careful, carrying in the ground. But you don't even flinch as it chatters. Instead, you let it chuckle. You're laughing. It's so hilarious. Not tears start running down your face. I knew it was you. You did this, didn't you? You pick up the largest piece of ceramic from the broken teacup. Didn't you? And throw it at the cat. Cat dodges after all. The pile sways. It's falling. Falling towards you. You can't move. You're buried. The pile fell on top of you. Broken shards of fine china and sharp utensils are piercing your skin, your organs. Your bones feel loose and limp, crushed under the heavy appliance. Warm liquid pools under you, the loss of your strength. You listen to the cat pats over you before laying down and purring sleepily. A nap sounds pretty... Not so clean, okay. I'm just gonna take a nap. You head to your room and get dressed in your pajamas before you decide to grab a glass of water from the kitchen. You head back to your bedroom, ready for a much-needed nap. Meow. Whoa. Only for the cat to race past you through the open door and jump on the middle of the bed. It takes its time kneading at the sheets before settling down and closing the eyes. Well, that was fast. Frowns thoughtfully. Now that's your mind on it, you find yourself really craving a nap in your own bed. There's no real setting for sleeping on the couch. Certainly not the armchair, which means you should sleep next to Cat. One moment. You shrug. What's the harm in sharing the bed, right? A bit of caffeine? You both have had a long day after all. You try to carefully avoid jostling the cat as you lay down, but it immediately sits over and curls up against you anyway. Oh my god! Sweet dreams. You feel like you slept for a long time. You feel a warm weight on your back, but you don't see Oh, mystery solved then. Feel comfortable. You consider getting up. But as soon as a thought enters your head, your mind fills with static and deep sense of disapproval. Not yet, then, okay. The cat jolts it by your attempt movement, knees painfully at your back before settling down again and falling back asleep. You fall back into slumber too. It's night. To get up, claws stack into your back like a warning. Tomorrow then, right? It's morning. You'll be late for work, but the cat doesn't bulge. You don't even try to get up this time. Just close your eyes and drift off again. It's next day since the last several days. Perhaps it's been weeks? Longer? You're not quite sure. You're hungry. You don't know how long you've been laying down. You're sore on your back, but also in your stomach, your arms, your face. Everywhere. You can't remember your last meal. Last time you drank anything. You've been sleeping all this time. Yet you feel exhausted, more tired than you think you've ever felt in your life. Feels like a giant hand is pressing you into bed. You can't remember the last time you kept moving. But somehow you know that you need to go back to sleep anyway. Back. Everything will be fine if you just go back to sleep. You think you're hallucinating when the cat finally stirs. Yeah? It stretches languidly before hopping off your back. You hear its feet padding through your still open bedroom door. Its steps fading down the hall. You don't open your eyes. You don't move. You're afraid you don't remember how. You're afraid that the static will return if you try. But you eventually do try. You try to pop yourself on your arm. It's thinner than you've ever seen it. Thinner than you think it should be possible. Crack. The arm snaps under the weight of your body and crumbles to dust on the bed sheets. It doesn't hurt in the slightest. As if even your nerves have dried up and become as useless as you feel in general. Just how long have you been laying in bed? You don't have much time to think about it. You feel the tempted sitting up, since you're tumbling over the side at the bed like a rag doll. Crack. But you think you're probably closer to being a ceramic doll. Your body shatters instantly upon impact with the floor. Your head rolls towards the door, letting you watch as the rest of your stern body parts crack and crumble and turn to broken ruin as your consciousness begins to fade. The cat strolls into view, poking and prodding at the remains of your brittle limbs. Bad kitty, you try to say, but you think your jaw might have snapped off earlier as well. Almost as if sensing your attention, the cat walks over to you. Well, you had it last, and you watch with your final conscious seconds as it lays down, curling its body around you. It feels warm. Well, maybe another nap couldn't hurt. Okay. And you're actually glad that you did. I'm just gonna skip to the cat box because I wanna try. Because I just took the cat every time. I'm not gonna take the cat. Sadly, as cute as the cat is. You never take this thing home with you. You just can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are rent and bills to pay, for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. There's no way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford a little outing on your day off. What to do? You are not ready. You don't think it's a good idea to get this cat's hopes up, having someone look after it, if you're not willing to commit. What if it gets attached and somehow tracks you down back to your home? What? You never get away from it? Damn. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching you, your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pitifully at you. Meow. Meow. Nope, you need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you forget that you still haven't decided on what you were going to do for your day off. Go to dog park. You know what? Let me do a quick save here. You decide to take a stroll in the park or something. The only within walking distance is a nearby dog park. You think it'll make you feel better. First, you get to see a cute cat. Today, now you get to see cute dogs. Several of them, in fact. And the park is bustling with owners and the canine companions. They frisbee, fetch, running, jumping, even napping. Such cuties. Whatever. Like you want anything to do with these mangy mutts. What's wrong? You didn't think that. You decided to move on. The dogs are all so adorable. You went to pet every single one you came across. But you know, not all pet owners are cool with strangers walking up and then handling their pets. Not all dogs appreciate it either. Fairies crawl around the path trying to exude a welcoming aura and I will beckon one of these cute doggies to you. You don't have to wait very long. You stop as the smallest, cutest puppy you've ever seen scamper up to you, walking your path. That's disgusting. I think I'm going to be sick. There's no way I would ever do that. No, that's horrible. There's no way I would ever do this. What? It's just a puppy. There's no way I'd ever do that. What the frick? You just barely managed to retain the reflex to throw the puppy as far away from you as possible. With shaking hands, you quickly place the puppy on the grass and take several jerky steps back. The owner seems confused by your reaction to the puppy. But you just wave at them in a daze before hastily stumbling away. You're not feeling so weird about being at the park at the moment. Maybe you should leave. You stay at the park. You try to calm down by watching all the dogs from afar as you walk along the path. So every so often, I will run up to you. How do they look? Oh, you're only something to notice. You find a bench and sit down for a quick break, closing your eyes. Maybe this wasn't the best idea after You should have stayed with me instead. You broke me off your sauce when something lands gently in your lap. You look down and see a frisbee in his eyes. Hey, sorry about it. Can we throw that back? You look up to see an owner waving at you in the distance. But more importantly, a series of excited barks jerks your gaze forward and you see a large dog pointing towards you. A series of excited dog barks jerks of your gaze forward and you see a large dog pointing towards you. Hey, hurry and throw it back. Throw. You throw the frisbee, the dog runs in the opposite direction, jumping and catching it right out of the air. Impressive. The dog can even walk up to you. Thanks for that. You can pet him if you want. The dog looks up to you, eager for the reward, and pets with catching the frisbee. Really? Are you sure? I'm warning you. Do not touch that mud, or you will regret it. Pet the dog. You reach out with your hand. And you pet the dog. The dog seems pleased. You don't feel well. Suddenly, the sky begins to darken rapidly. You look up, along with all the pet owners, to see the sun has been eclipsed by the moon in the blink of an eye. You quickly remember that you should never look directly at the eclipse, but for some reason, you don't look away. A loud piercing yawl fills the air, shaking the ground beneath you. You insistently move to lift your hands in order to shield your ears. But the hand had been cautiously pressed upon the dog's head. It becomes a wave with some resistance. A sticky slide almost cementing your hand to the dog's head. The slam stretches with your movement. The dog's head stretches with it too. The canine begins to just melt. It melts and it melts. Until it becomes a pile of glue at your feet. You dazedly look around for the dog's owner, only to find an empty pile of familiar clothes where they once stood. You see similar piles of clothes next to the piles of cubes scattered all across the park's open field. All the dogs, all their owners. And the melted glue of the dog in front of you then starts to move with a shudder. You slither across the grass towards the field in the center of the park, all the other piles of glue following after it. And melt together into a single entity that shifts and dilts and bulges and grows. You watch in a dazed horror as if it then fills out and shapes itself. What the fuck? Into a behemoth of a dog. Snarling and fronting at the mouth, red eyes frantic and searching. The glowing orbs land directly on you. Rumbling gromets and so low and deep you can feel the sound of it crashing into you. Leave the park. No. You had your chance. Better start running. You try to run, but you're not fast enough. The behemoth barely takes a few leaps before it's already towering over you. It tears you apart until there's nothing left. Ending 21. Dog person. Okay, let's go back. Oop. I wanted to leave. I saved over it. Go to the carnival. Ferris wheel, boat, rides you've been on before. Hoops, coins, coin toss, balloon darts, games you've played before. Funnel cake, popcorn, cotton candy, food you've eaten before. All things you've enjoyed before. You're surrounded by groups of people, all having fun. Laughing, playing, eating, taking pictures, making memories. And then there's you. The sun hasn't started to set yet. Still high in the sky, but it will soon. You start to wonder if maybe you should just go home for the day. Maybe stop in the tracks. You see something new. An attraction you've seen before. A maze of funhouse mirrors. It sounds kind of like honestly. There isn't even a line to get in. But then, what else is there to do? Enter the maze. You rooms in and you notice that the mirrors aren't all weird. Some just show you looking back at yourself. A little bored, a lot tired, and so very... Maybe this was a mistake. Why did you think going into a maze of mirrors was a good idea? Even if it was something new to experience. I can't do this today. You turn around. Head back the way you came. Only to bump into the mirror. Oh, what? Where's the exit? You try again, only to find another mirror blocking your way. By the time you all turn around, you realize that the way you came in is completely gone. Okay, don't panic. I just have to keep going forward, right? You step through the only opening you can find and nearly trip over something on the ground. You bend down and pick it up. What's this doing here? In your hand rests a worn-looking flashlight. Curiously, you flick it on. Huh? The lights don't look very... Crap, the lights! Did the power go out? Did the attraction operator forget you were in here? How long have you been in here, actually? You pull out your phone to check on the time, maybe call the police. Your phone is dead. You grip the flashlight in your hands. The light is middle earlier was dim enough for you to know there's probably not much juice left below. Best to reserve it for the worst case scenario and feel your way out. Yeah, you can do this. You take a calming breath. Well, forward we go. Hello, daring adventurer! Welcome to the Mirror Maze. Would you like to know how to navigate the maze? Does I need help? Once again, welcome to the Mirror Maze. You're in a bit of a jam, but don't worry. You're in good hands, or rather, good paws. So, see these little cuties here? They'll be doing their best to guide you through the maze. Aren't they generous? When you enter a room, the emergency light will flash, letting you see the paths before you for a second. And also what lies beyond them. Whenever you see these kinds of kitties, just go where they are and you'll reach the next room. Unfortunately, they're not the only thing in here. It's highly suggested you refrain from following any of our other guests. They can be sneaky or distracting, but they're always hostile. So please take caution and advance into the next room. Of course, it wouldn't be much for my roommates without mirrors. And they hurt you? No, they're just normal mirrors. They don't do anything at all. And you can't do anything to them either. They're just an obstacle you can't pass through. Go left, go center, or go right. The choice is yours. Though, if you find a room with no helpful kitties inside, and all the paths lead into a mirror or something else, it's recommended that you stay put. And just maybe it will work itself out. Now for the navigation tools. The flashlight you found doesn't have much juice left. This only let you get a quick extra peek at the surroundings about 5 times. So try not to use it all up at once. You can keep track of your progress through the rooms up to the your lives up to the right. You've got 3 lives, so be careful to avoid the less friendly guests looking around. Why only 3 lives, you ask? Because you're soft and squishy. It wouldn't take much to damage you beyond repair. And besides, you're human, and humans usually only have 1 life, yes? And yet here you get 3. Don't you think you ought to show a little more gratitude? And that's the end of your tutorial. Hopefully it was helpful. Are you ready to play? Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Right. Okay, next room. Right again. Next room. Left. Okay, next room. Stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Left. Okay, next room. Left again. Okay, next room. Stay. This room feels off. Just wait. I think something just changed. Middle. Okay, next room. Right. Next room. Right again. Next room. Right again. That's a big scary eye. Right again. Center. Center again. Stay. Left. Center. Right. Center. Left. Center. Center. Left. Left. Stay. You see it, the exit. You run forward, but as you do, the scenery shifts, just slightly at first. But you're running too fast to stop yourself from holding into the glass, colliding. Except, you don't quite go into the glass. You don't exactly collide with it either. You simply pass through it. And on the other side, you see an endless white void and... What the fuck? Yourself, dozens of you, hundreds of you wandering around, aimless, faceless, and empty. So empty and listless, they don't even acknowledge your presence. You. Ready to turn back? The glass doesn't give. That's the glass. familiar black cat walks up to you and looks up at you. You think it meows at you, but you can't make out the sound. It tilts its head, then walks away. The glass goes dark. Then you watch helplessly as it disappears completely. You're trapped, with only yourself as companion. You beat the maze. I'm actually gonna try to fail the maze now. Speed click. Is that so? They're all done. Wait, what did you do? You'll see. Okay. Left. Oh, damn. Timer. Okay, I need to focus. Center. Right. 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 Left. Center. Stay. Left. Center. Center. Stay. Right. Left. Center. Left. Left. Center. Stay. Right. Center. Right. Stay. Okay, is there a different ending now? Except you don't pass through it. Yourself, aimless and empty. Cat. A familiar black cat walks up to you and looks at you. You think it meows at you. It tilts its head and... Okay. I'm just gonna fail immediately. Center. Oh, not that way. Left. Left. Center. Right. Left. Left again, and I'm dead. Suddenly, the lights turn on. Lights burn from the sudden brightness. Your vision adjusts, you see that you're completely surrounded by mirrors. Your reflections all grotesque in unique ways. Damn, I don't usually talk that much. I need to get used to this. Looks nothing like you. But they do look at you. Hungry. Back up. You don't know where to go. Was there even a way out to begin with? You bump back into a mirror. And feel a hand firmly gripping your shoulder. Ah! There's a sharp pain in the other shoulder. You rip away, looking back to see something leaning out of the mirror. It has no features, save for a large gaping mouth stained in your blood. Looking around in a panic, you think that the mirrors feel closer than before. The path you'd coming from is long gone. You're surrounded. Every time you blink, it's red. The mirrors are getting closer and closer and closer. Your horrified reflections looking hungrier and hungrier. And You failed the maze. Okay. Continue. It's the first time, and you're actually glad that you did. Okay, I'm gonna go for one more ending. And I'm gonna go to the cinema. Hello, cat. Yes, hello, cat. You're very cute. Very, very cute. I am going to pet you. Skip, 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 skip. You are not ready. Feed cat? The cat must be hungry, right? You can't imagine that it's had much to eat. So it does. And the back of your mind tells you that's not the case. And not to think of it any further. Well, either way, you can exactly enjoy your day out knowing you left behind a hungry cat. Especially when you could have done something to help, so what do you do about the hungry kitty? Not yet. What not yet? You glance around the dark, dingy alley and only see garbage bags, trash bin, empty cardboard boxes, and scattered litter here and there. If there were something for the cat to eat, surely it would have found it by now, right? But you don't just want to give up so easily. You keep looking. You look and only see garbage. You sniff and only smell garbage. You listen. You just barely make out the sound of a faint scurry by a trash. You face away. Quietly, oh so quietly, you creep over to the bin and you land. You weren't very graceful in your attempt. You stumble and knocked over a stack of nearby boxes full of more trash. But as you stand up, grasp in your hand, it's a small mouse. Squeak, squeak. The mouse squeaks and shrieks in distress, wriggling and struggling desperately in your grip. You're holding it tightly and carefully for it to be able to bite or scratch you, though. It wears itself out eventually and looks up at you with black eyes. It's completely at your mercy. Feed Master Cat. The mouse looks scared, as if it can sense your intentions. It weakly starts to struggle again. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The mouse is reluctant. Feed mouse to cat. You feed the mouse to the cat. Meow. The cat tears it apart instantly. Mouse pains squeak and squeals peer through you until they're abruptly cut off. Satisfied, the cat meows happily at you, red tinting hands. The cat curls up in its now blood-stained box and goes to sleep. You take the chance to leave. Well, the cat will likely follow. Cat will likely follow you home after all. Cute as the cat is, you really can't afford a pet right now. Still feeling a little guilty about the mouse who decided to just go home. dot 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 dot. After a long walk home, you finally enter your apartment. Head straight to your room and collapse on your bed, falling into a fitful sleep. Later, you wake up to squeaking and scurrying noises all around you, so loud and constant they sound like screams in the darkness of your room. As you see the shifting shadows of hundreds of mice surrounding your bed, you try to run, but you cry out as the wind when lenses of pain raises up your leg. You fall off the bed in your attempt to escape. Thank you very much for your follow. The hordes of mice dodging you as you crash to the ground. You can't stand up, looking back and squinting in the dark. You're just about to make out the source of your pain. The flesh and tendons of your heels and ankles are mangled, bitten through your socks. No, leave me alone. Desperately, you crawl with only your arms towards the door. The mice descend upon you, biting into your skin, gnawing away pieces of you. You start to fade in and out of consciousness, but you still reach out for the doorknob. Your arms heavy, weighed down by the mice clinging to it with little claws and tiny teeth. You should just open up enough for the door to slowly swing open. With your stretched arms suddenly falls to the ground, lifeless. Mice manage to chew through the flesh and bone of your now dismembered limb. As a few mice creep forward to fiercely inspect your arm, you stare blankly at it. For a moment before sliding your face up. In the newly opened doorway sits a familiar looking mouse. He stares at you, darting these beady black eyes. You can't begin to measure their depth, nor the hatred pouring out from within them. All of it aimed at you. You collapse, head hitting the floor, as your other arm is eaten away as well. I'm not sure how you're still conscious. The pain should be indescribable, and yet you just feel the cold sense of loss. The mice have clustered along your back now. Gnawing and ripping their way between your shoulder blades, into your back, into your chest. You weakly cough up blood, the massive damage happening with something being pulled out of you. And in between the moments, the blankets of darkness fade out of your vision. You hear something wet happening down in front of you. When your eyes open, you see it in front of the mouse. Weirdly shaped with blood and pulsing blood. Oh, that's why. Open it. There's a nice orbit on it, and burning your heart and body. You're losing a lot of blood. You feel sleepy, but also feel anger. Yes, so much anger. How dare they? How dare they? The last thing you see before your vision fails you is a pair of glowing eyes, leaving in front of the darkness beyond the doorway. You can hear squeaks and shrieks of terror all around you. Low yowls, deep snarls, gnashing teeth, tearing flesh. It remains senseless. You smile weakly, with the last of your strength, when something with soft, slightly damp, and sticky fur nuzzles your cheek. Good kitty. Full fat. Ending 27. Okay, we're gonna play this again. But not today. I'm gonna look why I have a hurting throat. Probably because I'm not talking that much. I mean, this is not really an unusual voice for me to speak in. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time.